Hello, friends, journal keepers, joy finders, creatives. It's good to be with you again. I decided that I would continue on with my Path to Joy video series, which is basically sharing with you some things that I'm thinking about, what I'm reading, what's going on behind the scenes at Refresh with Dawn Herring. And so I thought I would continue on with that as this exclusive content that is only available to subscribers. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching this video and being a part of what's happening here. And you are welcome to reply, leave comments, let me know what you think. Your feedback is always appreciated. So I'm Dawn Herring, founder of Refresh with Dawn Herring, where finding joy takes center stage. I am an intuitive watercolor painter, daily doodler. I love to draw hand-lettered graphics and such like that. And I'm also the creator of the 7 Steps to Creative Clarity course. And I also have Dawn's Life Directives and Affirmations coloring pages with prompts, which is so much fun. And I am excited to come to you today. Today is Tuesday, March the 20th, just to date this video, because this is time-sensitive information, because some of what I'm going to share with you is exclusive to behind the scenes of what I'm doing here at Refresh with Dawn Herring, and I'm giving you an update on some things that I shared with you in the first video. I don't know if you watched the first video. You're welcome to check out the first My Path to Joy that I recorded a couple of weeks ago, which was the first one. You're welcome to check that out so that you can see what I discussed earlier in that video. I was talking about a new service that I plan to launch sometime in the spring. And I have an update on that. I want to show you my progress that I'm making. And also I want to talk to you about a contest. I will share that with you in a few minutes. But first I want to just start off with a little fun music play like we did last time. Now last time I did 3 songs, but this time I'm just going to do 1. And I'm going to try to keep this a little bit briefer so it's not so long, because I know you guys only have so much time in your day to watch my videos. So I just thought I would try to keep it as succinct as possible. And I know I told you that last time and I still ended up being a half an hour. So I'm hoping that this one will end up being 15 minutes or less so that it's not so lengthy. But anyway, so I've got a song. I'm going to just play a little tiny segment like I did last time so we can see if you know what song it is. And then I've got a prompt that you can run with that song that I thought I would share. And then from there, I will share with you a book that I'm reading that I'm almost done with that I highly recommend. And I also want to show you the update on the service that I'm working on that I'm going to be launching. And I'll also be talking to you about a painting that I have behind me that no one else has seen. It's not available on my website, so you have exclusive viewing. So I'll talk to you about that in a little bit as well. So, on to the song. I'm going to play a little segment of a song and see if you know what the song is and who the artist is. I will play it for you, and then I'll give you the prompt to run with, and then I'll reveal to you who it was, and we can take it from there. So, let's have some fun with music. Our little music prompt. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, that was the section of the song that I was going to play for you. It happens to be a segment of a song that I used to play a lot when I was very young. I was in high school back in the late 1980s when this female performer was extremely popular in the religious circles. And so I listened to her music when I was a youth. And that song recently came up in my mind. And that particular part of the song where she talks about every now and then I feel a little bit like Daniel, trapped inside a lion's den. Yeah. So the prompt that I want to share with you concerning that is, the word trapped for me, it essentially means feeling stuck, where you're in this place and you're not really sure, you don't really feel very good there and you want to get out. So the prompt that I was going to share with you with that song is using the words "when you're feeling stuck" as a starting point for a free write in your journal. Is there a place in your life where you're feeling stuck? Is there a place in your creative life where you're feeling stuck? Is there something that, are you in a situation where you feel like you need a solution? So I wanted to provide that prompt for you so that you can use it as a starting point to gain clarity. Because to me, clarity is really essential to figuring out how to get unstuck with wherever you happen to be. So I thought I would share that prompt with you. And I also wanted to share with you one of the steps in my 7 Steps to Creative Clarity course. One of the steps is connection with yourself, with spirit, and with others. And I wanted to show you, I do have some prompts here. I'll take the paper clip off of here so you can see it more readily. And I have a paragraph. All of this right here are all questions and prompts that you can use to connect with spirit. And since the song that I chose has a more religious flair to it, I thought I would just remind you that connection with spirit happens to be one of the steps in my 7 Steps to Creative Clarity course. And of course, spirit can be anything that you relate to, whether it's, the universe or God or goddess or whatever it is you do, whatever you feel the most comfortable, relating to with connecting with spirit. So you can just take that, that whole idea and run with it. So I trust that you will get unstuck. Because sometimes when you run with a prompt, it really opens things up for you. And that's, of course, one of the reasons why I created the 7 Steps to Creative Clarity, so that you can get unstuck, especially creatively so. So that was the first thing that I wanted to share with you. I also wanted to talk to you about a book that I'm reading. It's called 5 Steps to Decode Your Dreams. Then she's talking about night dreams here, not daydreams. So I have been an avid dream journal keeper for about 7 years, maybe a little longer. This is my current one. I just started a brand new one a few days ago. And I have no idea how many I have that are full. It usually takes about 6 to 9 months to fill it because, of course, I write my dreams down when I wake up in the morning. And I really like this book because it gives you some really great steps for decoding your dreams. She talks a lot about emotion, how you're feeling while you're experiencing what you do in your dreams. She talks about, okay, let me see. I've got, I actually have the steps written down on an index card, so I have an easy reference. And she talks about your first impression. She talks about feelings. She talks about action metaphors. She talks about what certain actions remind you of, and that sort of thing, talking about characteristics of people that are in your dreams, re-examining assumptions. And then she also talks about the gift from each dream that you can decode. So it's a very interesting book. Her name is, I think, Gillian Holloway, PhD. I don't know how long ago she wrote this book. I would have to, 2011. So it's not too long ago. Yeah, I got this book at my library. I was scanning the aisles and I ran into this and I decided to check it out because I really love having something to use, kind of like a structure to use, like with questions and prompts and things of that nature, to help figure out my dreams and what they might be telling me. So I happen to really love writing my dreams down in the morning. It's kind of like a narrative, a life narrative from my night dreams, So I've been doing that for quite some time. And up until I found this book, I was using an analysis of kind of like, identifying the different things in your dream to determine what they have to tell you. And I got that from Martha Beck. I forget what book she has that in. She has several books that I've read. Martha Beck, I don't know if you know who she is. She's a life coach. And, well, she's associated with Oprah too, so you probably have heard of her. But anyway, so I've been using the analysis from one of her books that I read several years ago. And so so this new book for me is new. So I decided to take some notes, and I've got that going on for that. So now I have more stuff that I can use to decipher what my dreams might be telling me. So I just thought I would share that with you in case you are a dream journaler. I don't know if you are. I don't know how many people out there write their dreams down every day, but I guess sometimes people would probably write them down if they felt like they were significant enough that they don't want to forget it or something like that. But for me, I do it every day because it's just part of my practice, part of my creative practice, really. I see it as part of that. So I just thought I would share that with you. And so now I'm going to talk to you about the new service that I plan to launch in the spring. I realize today is the first day of spring. I just realized that. Yep, today is the first day of spring, so happy spring. And by the way, the spring video acronym that I created for you a couple weeks ago, I think it was a couple weeks. No, it might have been last week. Last week I recorded that, and you are welcome to check that out if you haven't already watched it. I did share it with you with early access because you're a subscriber, but it is now also available. Actually, it is in your current issue of the Joy Finder because I still have it in there. But in case in the future, if it's not in there, you can watch it on my blog, Refresh Daily at dawnherring.net. I have it available there, and it's also on my YouTube channel too, under Dawn Herring. So you can get it in any of those ways. So anyway, last week, or a couple weeks ago, in my first Path to Joy video, I spoke to you about a new service that I plan to launch in the spring, and I gave you the name of what I was going to call it, which was extremely exciting for me to show and tell you about. And I'm calling it the Joy Appointment. Yes, that is the name of the service. And I just wanted to tell you a little more about it. It's not live on my website yet at all. I'm still preparing it to launch, and that's why I'm giving you exclusive information here on this video to tell you about it. Last week I showed you some pages that I had printed out. I had written down 7 categories, and then each of those categories has 7 subcategories, and in each of those subcategories there's at least 3 choices with each category. So there is a lot of content to choose from. I'm calling this card deck, I took all that information and I put it into a card deck. Yes. So each card represents one of the categories with the subcategory, and there's going to be choices that you can choose from to figure out how you can initiate more joy in your everyday life. Yes, it's very, 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 very exciting. So I took all the information that I had gotten my structure for, and then I put it in a card game. I'm calling it the Joy Finder game. And it's basically in a card deck. I shuffle the deck, and when we use this card game, I basically lay out 3 cards for past, present, and future. And with each card, we choose what category you want to work with in initiating more joy in your life. It's very, very dynamic and intuitive and spontaneous, and it's fun. And I am so looking forward to working with you with this card deck. Now, this is just one element of the Joy Appointment. The Joy Appointment is going to involve celebrating your wins, having fun with favorites, your favorites, playing with some prompts as we talk about the things that you're celebrating and such. I will give you some prompts, and then we'll play the Joy Finder game, and then we'll have some time for a question and answer at the end. It's going to be a full hour that I'm going to be offering for the Joy Appointment, and I am so excited to share about this with you. I really, really am. I've already done a card reading for myself. I call it a joy reading, really, is what it's kind of shorthand for the Joy Finder game. And I did one for myself, and I did one from one other person, and I love the dynamics. Absolutely love it. It's an extremely intuitive, spontaneous way of finding a path in your life to joy. That's really what it's for. And I'm really excited to get to this place where I'm actually using the content and I'm seeing how it's working, and I'm really, really pleased with where it's going from here. I really, really am. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I also have a contest that I'm going to be offering right now. I think I wrote details on it in the letter because I know that this is going to be in your Joy Finder issue. I plan to upload this video and share it with you tomorrow for the Wednesday edition, March, I guess that would be 21st edition of the Joy Finder newsletter. And so I just wanted to let you know about a contest that I am holding with the Joy Finder game. Now, normally I would be doing a 3-card joy reading, if you will, where we're going to find areas in your life that you can initiate more joy. And instead of doing 3 cards, I would just do 1. I would shuffle off the cards, and then whatever card comes off the top, we'll go over the categories together, and then we can determine which one you want to work with. And then we'll have a little spontaneous, intuitive, strategy with what you can do to initiate more joy in your life. So if you are interested in being in the drawing for this contest of having 1 free card reading with just 1 card, so that you can see what it's like to play the Joy Finder game and see what kind of joy you can initiate, then you can hit reply to your the Joy Finder newsletter that you received today. And or if you didn't watch this the first week, maybe you checked it out the second week afterwards. I'm going to be drawing a name on April the 11th, I believe. Let me see. April 11th is, oh, wait a minute. I don't have my calendar right in front of me here. So April 11th, yes, it is a Wednesday. It's the second Wednesday in April. And that is the day that I plan to pull, where I'm going to choose who wins the contest. And then, of course, I will let you know. You can either hit reply and say that you want to be in the drawing for the contest, and then let me know whether you want me to publicly announce your name in the Joy Finder to let everybody know who won the contest, or I can simply say that somebody has won and you will receive a private announcement, depending either way on whether or not you want it to be a public announcement to the other subscribers. So you'll have to let me know that. But anyway, I'll be writing the details in the letter as well that you'll be getting today or tomorrow when I send it out. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about the contest so that you can be a part of the drawing. And of course, we'll touch base and we can choose how we want to go about doing the Joy Finder game with you, so that we can chit-chat and get this thing going and get you into a more direct path to joy that you're not already doing, or enhancing what you're already doing, depending on what we pull off on the card deck. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm so excited about what we're going to be doing with that, and I trust that the dynamic is going to be fun and spontaneous and playful and just wonderful, and that we're all gonna have a great time working together and getting more joy in your life. Now, before I go, I know it's a little bit longer than I intended. It's almost 20 minutes, but I just wanted to share with you a painting that I have not shared anywhere else. It's called Pathways, and this particular one is a combination of watercolor paint, of gouache paint, and I also put some collage elements with cardstock on it as well. Yes, I don't know how well you can see it from there, but I'll pull it forward a little bit so you can see a little better. I trust that you can see that, even though there's a little bit of from the sunshine coming through the window. But anyway, yes, it features 3 large circles of color, and then it features some stippling that comes around all the way down, and then it features circles of color all layered up on this side over here, and then it also features circles coming around and down and through this center design here that I created, and then up through what I would call the sun and dropping down here. So I guess you could say that they're all making pathways through the painting. Yeah, so there's several different things going on. It's kind of complicated, but at the same time, this was a very experimental painting that I did that is not public. I do not have it on the website, and I don't intend to put it up there. So what you're seeing is exclusive to subscribers' eyes. And I just thought I would share that with you because it was part of my painting. I worked on this, let's see, when was it? Last year. I think it was in the autumn last year that I worked on it. And I had one of the goals with my experimentation, which is another step in 7 Steps to Creative Clarity, is experimentation. I wanted to try something new. And so I combined a little bit of watercolor paint with gouache paint, which is more opaque. And then I wanted to throw in some collage elements in the design. So that's why I did this one. It's called Pathways, and I just thought I would share it with you because you are my friends, my creatives, and I wanted to show you what I've been up to. Now that was the one. That's the one that I did before the other painting that I showed you in the previous video, where with the birds. So yeah, that's the one that I worked on before this one. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you. I don't want to take up any more of your time, so I want to thank you so much for watching and for tuning in to my Path to Joy for this week. And be sure to, if you're into dream journaling, check out this book because it's really good. And of course, again, if you want to be in the drawing for a 1-card free reading from me from the Joy Finder game that I have created, you are welcome to hit reply. Let me know that you want to be in the drawing and how you want it to be announced if you are the winner. Whether you want it to be publicly announced in the Joy Finder newsletter, or if you prefer to keep it private, which I can do as well. And I'll just send you a private announcement that you have won the contest. So, and then of course, I'll follow up with you and we'll set something up so that we can do that together. So, thank you so much for watching. You have a fabulous week and into your weekend as we celebrate the beginnings of spring. Yay! Spring is upon us, and I'm so excited to be with you. And remember, don't forget to watch the spring acronym video if you haven't already done so. And you can either watch it in the newsletter, on my website, or on my YouTube channel. It is available there. So thank you so much for watching. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just delighted that you've joined me. And may joy find you in the most unexpected places.